Yeah, I know, I'm really late to this one, but this movie kicked a lot of ass and I really want to talk about it, so let's go. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This actually really surprised me, to be honest. This is our second Marvel movie going into phase 4 and another hero origin movie. This story centers around these legendary, powerful 10 rings which grant the users powers beyond belief. A young man who runs from home and the oppression of his father, who is the owner of these 10 rings, must now go back to the heart of it all in order to stop this power-hungry father on his tyrannical rampage. His rampage. Now I know that description wasn't that helpful, but that was intentional, I swear. This is a spoiler-free review because I don't want to ruin any of this for you because it's one I'm going to recommend to you guys at the end of this video. The bottom line is that it's a Marvel origin hero story that we've seen before, but mixed in with those early 2000s Jackie Chan and Jet Li martial arts movies that you've probably seen before. And props to the marketing team for not spoiling much of this movie either. And I think we've all experienced this repetitiveness and the fatigue that comes with telling superhero origin stories over and over again. I can think of a couple at the top of my head, and I'm wondering if that's because of the oversaturation of these hero movies that we're getting, or they're victims to repetitive story tropes and plots that we've seen time and time again. And I think Shang-Chi just does so well to freshen up this formula. Not to say that it doesn't hit some of those tropes that we've seen 100 times over, but by incorporating this Chinese mythology into martial arts action, it does so well to make this wonderfully refreshing. And hammering down on that martial arts element, there are just some fantastic action scenes in here. Far less jump cuts, longer shots on these hand-to-hand action combat moments, as well as that Asian mystic art style fighting which you would have seen in films like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon or Jet Li's Hero. But then we also get a lot of bits that pay homage to the Jackie Chan films where the action feels like it could happen anywhere and the hero is having to adapt to these unorthodox rooms or items in order to become the victor. It certainly does swap into the more mystical elements towards the latter half of the movie, but I think it does it in a really welcoming way in order to bring the scale of the story home. Simu, who plays one of our main heroes, you can tell he's put in so much effort into practicing these stunts and these action scenes, and he's got a good level of charisma to make him really interesting to watch throughout. But what's also great is that he's accompanied by Awkwafina and Meng Zhang, both really entertaining to watch as well. Awkwafina does a nice job at bringing a healthy amount of comic relief into the movie, and the writers did a good job in not making it overbearing or inappropriate. And what I mean by this is there's a number of times in the MCU where you get those serious and really heartfelt scenes which feel rudely interrupted for the sake of just making that joke. And I think in this movie, they did well to avoid breaching those barriers. A couple of times I was just expecting the intensity and the tone of the moment to be really interrupted, and it wasn't, which was just great to see. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Tony Chiu-Wai Leung. As far as villains go, especially in Marvel solo movies, this is one of the more compelling and relatable villains out there. Okay, maybe not relatable, but certainly compelling, and I just love watching him on screen. Look, just go watch this one, guys. Honestly, even as a standalone movie, this is one that you can really easily enjoy. It's obviously got bits here and there that tie it to the MCU and has great Easter eggs as normal, but I honestly think as a self-contained movie, this one was really enjoyable. Got great action, the CGI is really good as well, the music's great, and the story is really compelling. It does really well to shift from moments of tension and sadness into excitement and humour. As you can probably tell, this was just a definite recommendation from me. But yeah, I'm pretty late to this one, so maybe you've already seen Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. What was your thoughts on the movies? Maybe it was different to mine. If so, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on it were. If you liked this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews on movies, anime, and video games. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye bye.